Welcome back to TechTaught. Today we will be solving some pattern printing questions using loop. So this video will be based on all pattern printing questions. I am trying to give you best content possible, and today we will be learning a pattern printing. So we are going to learn this pattern printing in C++. So we have these three codes. We will be first seeing how it will be generating our supposed output. So this is the output of this code, this will be the output of this code, and this will be the output of this code. So we will be seeing how does these pattern printing loops work. I hope you know what is loop and what is the pattern printing. So I will be going to tell you what is meant by pattern printing in a few seconds. Okay, so what is meant by pattern printing? Suppose we have to print some pattern, actual pattern like this. Suppose we have to print this pattern. So how will we be able to print this one? So we will be using this logic to print this one pattern, and this is called as the pattern printing. Pattern printing is basically if we have to print some actual pattern or some pattern, like suppose 1 2 3. So we are able to print a pattern like 1 2 3, like numbers. We are able to print the numbers. So how will we can print this pattern in supposed formats like this. So this is a pattern printing, this is a pattern, this one is a pattern. So we are printing it on the screen. So it is called as a pattern printing. So let's get started with today's video, and I will be explaining you each code line by line. So the first code is this. So you can see we are using two for loops. These two for loops are called as nested for loops. So the one for loop is nested in another for loop. So this is outer loop, this is outer loop, and this one is inner loop. So how many times it will run, will direct it on the output. So suppose we have one I, so I equals to 1. So this for loop will start from when I equals to 1. So suppose we have some um, array, we seen it the array. So suppose we have some array, so the zeroth index of array is the first index, and the second one index is called as a first index. So the number like indexing starts from 0. Okay, so I equals to 1, I is greater than equals to n. So my this outer for loop will run from I equals to 1 till I is greater than or equals to n, and the I will be incremented in each loop. Then uh, this after this loop, then this loop will run. So it says j equals to 1 and j is greater than or equals to n. Means j equals to 1, this inner loop will run from if j equals to 1, and it will run until j is greater than or equals to n, and in each loop my j will be incremented, and after this increment my result will be printed like a star. I am printing here a star, and I will be printing the space inside each, like when this loop will run, then this result will be printed. Suppose we are printing this, then in second this thing like star, we are printing a space between this, and after 4 like n, after n numbers of star, I am printing again space. So this space will be the because of this end else space set statement. So this is my whole logic for this for loop. I explained this. So n equals to 4, if my n is equals to 4, then my 4 star will be printed in first row. Then in second row my 4 star will printed, and my in my third row 4 stars will printed, and in my fourth row my 4 stars will printed. Suppose if I am giving input n as 5, then my star will be 1 2 3 4, and fifth star will be printed in the 5 rows. So I will have 5 columns and 5 rows, because I am printing this till I is greater than n, means I is greater than n, and j is greater than or equals to n, and j is greater than or equals to n. So my I is greater than n is for suppose it is for this thing, and j is greater than n, suppose it is for this. So it is a row, it is for row, and it is for column. So I'm printing this. Suppose my j is greater than or equals to n, No, it is not like that. Suppose I am writing statement this as a j is greater than or equals to 3. So my rows will be printed only, and my n will be like 4. Okay, so this is the first loop statement, first pattern printing statements. So let's move on to the second pattern printing code. So this code is this. So the pattern we are printing here is like this: 1 star, then 2 star, then 3 star, and then 4 star. I will explain this to you. So this is my outer loop, as I said in the first pattern printing thing, and this is my inner loop. Okay, so my outer loop will run from I equals to 1 till I is greater than or equals to n, and in each my for like loop, my I will be incremented. In my outer loop, j will run from 1 to is it is until it is greater than or equals to I, and in each for loop my j will be incremented. Then I am printing star, and in after each star there will be space printed, so I will know the correct format of my pattern. So this is the pattern. Suppose I am here with n equals to 4. You can give any user input as you want. Then this is first star, then there is a 2 stars, then there is a 3 stars, and there is a 4 star. So this is a whole logic about the pattern printing code for this type of pattern, like a triangle pattern. We can say, yeah, this is a triangle. It's a right angle triangle. So this is the for my this pattern. Let's move on to the third pattern printing logic. So here in my second pattern printing, I printed the stars. So now in this pattern printing, I only want to print the numbers like integers from 1 to any user input that the user will give. So this is my outer loop in I, as I said in the my first and second for pattern printing logic, and this is my inner loop. So my I will run from, like, my outer loop will run from 1 till I is greater than equals to n, and my I will be incremented in each for loop. My j will run from 1 to till it is greater than I have written it as 1. It is not correct, it is I. And it will run and in each for loop my j will be incremented. And as I was printing the star in my second pattern printing thing, because I wanted to print this pattern like star pattern, but in this pattern printing I want to print integer pattern, so I'm just printing the j. So I'm printing j with a space, and after each j, this is my j, after each j my space, here will be space will be printed. You can see this space. So this is my space. So for space I am writing nl statement. So suppose I am giving n equals to 4. You can give any user input as you want. Then the first thing printed will be 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope I am able to explain you whole the logic of this code. If you want more programs like this, pattern printing programs or any other logic based programs, comment me below that what you want to see next. Let's try to meet in another video. Till